I already spoke about Raymond Martin, the founder of the German Volksverlag, in my Panellogy 106 about his underground comics anthologies. Today I want to speak about another of those unsung heroes of German comics publishing. Dirk Rehm founded his quote-unquote off publishing company Reprodukt in the year 1991. He worked in the comics industry before, primarily as a letterer for Drawn Quarterly and for the German version of Tintin called Tim and Struppi, Tintin called Tim und Struppi, among others. The money he earned with that commissioned work was the financial basis for his first publication, the German edition of Death of Speedy, a collection of love and rocket stories, translated into German, lettered by Rehm himself. Along with the other books of that series, it was and still is the gold standard of a good comic book for me. Hardcover, oversized, perfect binding. He was all about making the finished product perfect. Not thinking too much of the financial side of it, which was great. On the other hand, the Love and Rocket series had to be stopped after 4 books due to the lack of economic success. But somehow Dirk Rehm and his fellow co-workers had overcome these initial problems and is today the German publisher when it comes to graphic novels / non-mainstream comics. Pretty much the German Fantagraphics, and so it's not so surprising that you find a lot of Fantagraphics lore in the ever-growing catalogue of Reprodukt. Along with the aforementioned Hernandez brothers, you'll find Charles Burns and Daniel Clowes, which are still main attractions of the program. And the books always look good, if they imitate the original packaging, like the X'd-Out trilogy of Charles Burns, which looked the same in the German version, or if they try something different, like Charles Burns' Black Hole, which was offered by Reprodukt in a beautiful slipcase edition. Maybe there is an English counterpart, but I know just that big trade from Fantagraphics. Even if these American alternative comic heroes were somehow the core of what Reprodukt was all about, and to a degree still is. In the meantime, the segment of European creators has grown significantly and represents now in a large portion Reprodukt. There are some German cartoonists, for an example, among them one Phil with his comics in the Berlin dialect, or Marvel, his autobiographic memoir Kinderland, Childland, about his childhood in the former East Germany, is maybe the best German comic ever, and it's done Reprodukt style in a beautiful hardcover that looks a bit like one of those old Russian school books. And there are Guy Delisle or Guy Delisle, Louis Trondheim, Max, and a lot of other European creators, even an anthology of comics from Finland. So, I top my teacup in honor of Mr. Rehm. Just the German edition of Ed the Happy Clown from Chester Brown puts me in his eternal debt. Thanks for making all this stuff available for me back then as a teen and showing me the way to be the nerd that I am today. Maybe I would be a more innocent man without Reprodukt, but I would be a lot more clueless as well. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.